This clergyman regularly gives lectures to military personnel, law enforcement officers, the FSB, as well as students and school children, teaching them who is an enemy in the country and who is a friend. This strongly resembles the year 1937 in the USSR, when political instructors, special representatives of the political leadership of the state, actively delivered lectures to military personnel, political instructors in the Soviet armed forces responsible for the ideological conditioning of servicemen, typically serving as deputies of the commander for political education. Historical documents show that similar positions were established as early as the 16th century in the armed forces of other states, especially during revolutions, civil wars, or mass repressions. It seems that now this function of political instructors has been assumed by Dworkin's sectarians, so-called clergymen. The harsh conditioning of minds with Nazi ideas of superiority, the recruitment of loyal followers into Dworkin's totalitarian sect, has taken on massive proportions, extending from villages to metropolises, involving school children, students, public organizations, military personnel, and law enforcement agencies. All this is done under the banner of preserving and strengthening traditional Russian spiritual and moral values, while disguising it as seminars on destructive cults, religious extremism, and terrorism. During these seminars, they lecture about the involvement of various sects in coups, using historical examples like the Decembrists, Bolsheviks, Nazis, neo-pagans, etc., with an overview of destructive groups, recruitment methods, and psychological conditioning techniques. Doesn't this resemble covert training in extremist and terrorist ideologies? Can you imagine how far Dworkin's madness has gone when his sectarian priests, those who initiate repressions against the masses, are simultaneously teaching children, youth, and adults extremism and terrorism right under the noses of law enforcement officers, the very people who should be protecting us from this lawlessness? What is their goal in manipulating the minds of children, infecting them with true Nazism? Are they preparing them to be future sectarians for the next Führer, Dworkin? Or has Christian missionary work in the modern world turned into politics rather than promoting Christian values, love for God and mercy? Or is Dworkin's official religion already dominating high politics, while the state is distracted by solving its geopolitical problems? And who actually created those problems? And what about the principle of the separation of church and state, enshrined in the Constitution of the Russian Federation, which implies that the church should not interfere in state governance, ensuring citizens' freedom in determining their relationship to religion and religious affiliation?